My husband's a hoe, and women have no respect for marriage anymore. January 2024 was the beginning of a storm I never saw coming. My husband, 21 male, the man I had vowed to spend my 23 female life with, started seeking solace elsewhere. It began innocuously enough. A new coworker named Sarah, 45 female, entered his life. She was his mother's age, and I thought nothing of it at first. But by their second meeting, he confided in her about our private struggles, telling her he was unhappy with the lack of intimacy in our marriage. He texted her on and off for 6 months, a timeline I would only piece together later, and during that time, he used Snapchat to talk to other women as well. Somewhere in that mess, he crossed a line I never imagined he would. He hooked up with his best friend, Kane, and Kane's girlfriend, Sydney. When things didn't go as planned with Sydney, he couldn't get it up. They brought in another woman, Kira. But the same thing happened again. By May, I started noticing changes. My husband was distant, distracted, and irritable. Kane, the friend I had fought to keep in his life for years, started speaking poorly about me over their game chats. I didn't think much of it at the time, but in hindsight, it was another piece of the puzzle. Kane wasn't just a friend, he was someone I had defended for 7 years. His brother was with my sister in law. His family and my husband's had turned against him after dark events that I won't detail here, but I saw him as a kindred spirit. My husband's family was cruel to me too, and I thought we were all on the same side. I stood up for Kane when no one else would, even when my husband wanted nothing to do with him. July was when the storm finally broke. One night, I came home to find my husband passed out drunk in our bed, covered in vomit. Normally, when he drank, he was affectionate and sweet, but this time he called me a bitch over and over again, a word he knows I hate. I coaxed him into a shower and he stumbled away. Something in me snapped, so I picked up his phone. What I found shattered me. Sarah was saved under a fake name, Kane, but with no E. But the messages were unmistakable. He told her he loved her, that he wanted her body, that he wanted to run away with her and her child. He said he wasn't happy with me. My hand shook as I scrolled through months of deceit, and then, as if it wasn't enough, I found out Kane knew about Sarah.
Trash.
The final blow came just before Christmas. That's when I learned about the hookups with Kane, Sydney, and Kira. The betrayal was staggering, not just from my husband, but from people that I thought I could trust. I confronted Sydney, hoping for